Marcus Thorne's world was built on the ceaseless hum of machines. Every line of code, every server rack, was a brick in the fortress of Thorne Tech. Thorne Tech wasn't just a business, it was a living network, dictating trends, moving markets, and amassing fortunes at a scale few could fathom. At the summit of this digital empire stood Marcus, its architect and its prisoner. He wielded power measured in billions, his every word encrypted, his circle carefully chosen and tightly controlled. His routines were seamless, his environment immaculate, life optimized to eliminate chaos, and with it, connection. Surrounded by opulence, Marcus found himself encased in a golden cage, where silence echoed louder than any voice. He possessed everything, yet the emptiness within him grew, impossible to ignore. It was a break in the pattern, an unplanned detour from Marcus Thorne's carefully constructed life. He felt compelled, almost instinctively, to step beyond the polished glass and steel, to walk where the city's pulse beat raw and unfiltered. Here, in the neglected heart of his own empire, the world was stripped of pretense.
Oh, come on, not today. Please, just work. Oh, thank you. You really didn't have to do that.
It's nothing, he replied, his voice softer than he expected. Looks like you've had a tough time.
Tough. That's one way to put it. When daycare is a mile past the last bus stop, and the only store left charges double for bruised fruit, every day feels like a battle. Out here, it's survival. Not everyone gets to ride in the back seat. Still, thank you. You made this a little easier.
The collision of two worlds, one gilded, one forgotten, struck Marcus with sudden clarity. The city's divide was no longer invisible. In his glass-walled office, Marcus was consumed by a restless drive. Surrounded by maps and blueprints, he issued rapid-fire instructions, pushing for action. Acquire the blocks, strategically. Start with 100 acres. I want every parcel in that sector, and I want it now.
Marcus, what is this Thorne Legacy Foundation, $50 billion for urban revitalization with no clear return? The board is panicking.
ROI? This isn't about quarterly returns, it's about lives. I want to build affordable housing and state-of-the-art vocational schools, and create sustainable tech jobs in the city, a network of community centers, real transformation.
Marcus, this is complicated. Zoning, dozens of owners, displaced families, political red tape. This isn't launching a new app.
They haven't solved it, Sarah, not fast enough. We have the resources. 50 billion is just the beginning.
50 billion? This is unprecedented.
Marcus, while we acknowledge your sudden interest in philanthropy, this urban renewal initiative lacks a clear business strategy. And $50 billion is an outrageous sum for a non-profit foundation, especially when our research and development divisions are already underfunded.
From a fiduciary perspective, Mr. Thorne, this exposes our shareholders to unacceptable risk. The potential for negative publicity, the sheer magnitude of the expenditure, it's reckless.
Reckless? The real recklessness is a system that lets entire neighborhoods rot while we amass record profits. The ecosystem you defend is already broken. Thorne Tech's brand is meaningless if we can't face ourselves. This isn't about profit, it's about building a legacy that matters, for the city that made us.
Legacy doesn't pay dividends, Marcus.
But true legacy, Mr. Henderson, pays in something more enduring than quarterly returns. It pays in human potential, unlocked, empowered, and realized.
The foundation is structured for maximum fiscal responsibility. Independent audits will be mandatory, and every dollar spent will be fully transparent. The initial capital is substantial, but it's a one-time investment designed for long-term sustainability. Marcus is unwavering in his commitment. This is not a passing whim.
The board murmurs, their discontent obvious. Uneasy glances dart across the table. They wield influence, but Marcus's control of Thorne Tech leaves them little room to oppose him outright. With heavy reluctance, they vote to proceed. The air is thick with distrust and resentment as the decision is made.
Mr. Thorne, let me ask you something. Do you really believe your money can solve problems you barely understand? People here have roots, history. You're not just building, you're uprooting lives. This isn't just gentrification, it's erasure. Your projects threaten to push us out, not lift us up.
That was never the plan. We want to help, not harm. Our vision is affordable homes, real jobs, better schools, right here for you. Local workers, local voices.
We've heard those promises before. Progress, opportunity, always just out of reach. Money always finds a way to speak louder than we do. You can't buy trust, Mr. Thorne. Not with buildings, not with words.
The golden cage still stood, gleaming and unbroken. But for the first time, Marcus Thorne saw the bars for what they were. The challenge ahead was greater than any boardroom battle. Wealth could open doors, but it could never buy belonging, nor silence the voices of a community shaped by struggle and memory. He had resources, ambition, and a conscience, but real change would demand humility, patience, and trust. The true game was only just beginning.